So, Vinnie Phillips, the quest for 6 out of 6 starts from pole position. But as always, Vinnie's closest rival is Leo Robinson, his Fusion Motorsport teammate. Jack Hobson, best performance so far in the season, he'll start third alongside Cathal Clark. Charlie Webb and Ethan Simmons go from row 3.
Row number 4, Ella Stevens and Wesley Swain on that 4th row. Row 5, Joseph Rippin and Gabriel Stilp. Then you've got Rylan Eschberg and Lewis Bird on row number 6. Rounding out the grid of 13 karts, Thomas Behrman, the 75 for KR Sports.
So there is the GP plate winner, Ethan Simmons, on that Mark Litchfield Racing Comp Kart chassis. I know it's a Comp Kart because it says so on the steering wheel.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I've learned to read.
Aren't you a clever boy?
I am, thank you very much. I got a gold star in my GCSE maths lesson last week.
Well, maths has nothing to do with reading. Well, there we go.
Really? Maybe that's where I went wrong in life.
I have to say, I failed all my language speaking lessons because I didn't speak the language, I just spoke English, but with the accent.
Oui.
Hello,
this is my French GCSE.
They soon very quickly kicked me out the class.
Right, okay, fair enough. Well, look at that, the GP plate holder, the eyes, the focus of Ethan Simmons there. The signal is given, karts on circuit, so for the last time in 2020, it's time Owen Ryan with his T-shirt, an epic, a majestic green flag waving. Oh my word, look at the attitude and angle on that green flag there. Oof, it's a thing of beauty.
Oh dear. I think you've had too much iron.
Have I? Really? There's 2 of everything. I'm shaking. I've got orange. And I'm speaking like a Scotsman. Hello, a wee dram. I'll have a wee dram.
Well, there you go. Frantic steering checks going on as they head down into hairpin 1. But, Henry's gone. He's had a bit too much of the old Iron Brew. He is now fallen on the floor. So we've lost Henry for the time being. It's just myself, but we're going to be starting this Mini X30 Final 2. It's race 34 of the weekend. And Vinnie Phillips and Leo Robinson, the 2 that have been chasing each other down throughout this entire 2020 season, again are going to be battling to the checker flag once more. Vinnie Phillips is looking for that flawless win of finals all the way through the season. He wants to get it this round for a flawless season. Can he do it? Out of the final corners, onto the start-finish straight, into the tram lines. Are we going first time around for Mini X30? Hands going up at the back, and it's a false start, I think, is being declared. So, false start, yet the flag is out. It was a very late call for the false start, but the false start call did come out. So no start this time, and that's good because that's going to allow Henry to get back to normality soonish. So he's still collapsed on the floor in an Iron Brew shake. So he'll be joining me back in a moment. So, like I say, everyone all jolly excited to get going. Now I'm not sure what caused that to not go ahead. I think it was maybe the Lewis Bird 44. In the back of the field, who didn't get a good start off the line, like the cart had fallen down. Yeah, no, you can see him there in the background. He's pointing at the engine to say that he had an issue, but he is still going around the track at the moment. So here we go again. Take 2 for the Mini X30s for their final of the day. Lots of support on the stream coming out for Leo. And, of course, all eyes are going to be on that top 2. And the rest of the field, of course, Jack Hobson starting on the 2nd row with Cathal Clark as well alongside. We saw great things from Hobson earlier on. The 14, the crop promotion driver, his best finish yet of the season. And into the tram lines again. Are we going this time around? It is. Green flag, and away we go for the final of the Mini X30 in towards turn 1. And it looks like Leo Robinson managed to get the switch on Vinnie Phillips going into turn 1 as they come up the hill. Who's going to appear first? Yes, it's the 37 of Leo Robinson who leads the way over the bridge at the start of this Mini X30 final, race 34 of the weekend. Down the hill we go, and you can see there Stilp in the background trying to get through, and there's also 2 of the Fusion cars forcing each other off the track, but everyone makes it to the first hairpin unscathed, albeit still going a little bit wide out of hairpin 1.
Well, Gabriel Stilp, he's come, and Leo Robinson, they've both come so close to wins this year, and I did think that one of them I thought that one of them would have a chance of taking a win this season, but so far, Vinnie Phillips has remained perfect. Cathal Clark in second place. Phillips down third. He's got some work to do, as always. So Robinson leads to the front. Now, we forget that this is Robinson's first. Well, he's still only 11. He's still technically old enough to be a cadet, but he's moved up, and point standing. So the real battle is going to be. I'm trying to see at the virtual standings. Well, at the moment, Ethan Simmons is 7 points behind Gabriel still for third in the standings. Ella Stevens is 6 points behind Ethan Simmons for fourth. So third, fourth, and fifth is what really what we're aiming to play for here. But of course, the main focus is now 6 out of 6 potentially for Vinny. He's got his work cut out though, and I'll guarantee you he's going to get no favours from Cathal Clark or Leo Robinson. Leo Robinson there, absolutely keen to end his first season in Mini X30, sign off with a victory. There's Ethan Simmons in fourth place, under the watchful eye of his team boss Mark Litchfield, and that's the Litchfield that the Litchfield Bridge is named after. Mark, a four-time British karting champion who raced for the Paul Fletcher team for many, many years. And there they go, look at that, in tandem underneath the banking, and there's a move.
Yep, that's Phillips back up into second place there, nicely timed, not allowing Robinson to break away too much. I think he was just looking over the said, oh, he was getting away.
Yeah.
Can't allow that.
No, I can't allow that. I thought Vinny was from London myself, but he suddenly turned. He's from Yeovil, and he's but no. Oh, and that was a little tap on the rear bumper. There he goes, Vinny up into P1. Leo Robinson down to second, and look at that. The finger saying, "Come on now, let's think about it." 9 minutes to go. So these final 12 minutes plus a lap. Wesley Swain having a really good run this weekend. As I say, that he's dropped back to 10th at the moment, but he has been up there, and he's 8th in the point standings. He was just taken over 7th place briefly. I can see that the kids are out again on the live chat, so we'll go away and we'll get back to talk about the racing. There we are. Well, it's simple as that. We're talking about good things. The final round of the British Championship. People are enjoying the stream. The weather is good. The racing is spectacular. So let's leave it at that.
Yes. Gabriel Still.
Fastest lap of the race. Look at
fastest lap of the race. 1:01.180.
The clock bearing its teeth one last time in 2020. And Phillips and Robinson tried to pull away. Simmons up into P3 now. Ethan Simmons. Now he won the GP plate when he was with Coles Racing at the start of the season. The start of the season was in August, such has been 2020. And then there's no other Coles Racing drivers in the championship, and it was so we moved over to Mark Litchfield Racing again, more established in X30 terms. I think it's safe to say, and certainly looking to try and sign off with the win, as are all these drivers. Great shot there down low. There's the grass blocks. You can see Jason in the orange thing.
Lying down.
Well done, Jason. That's right. That's right. Hey, get the shot. Worry about your health insurance later. Get the shot.
Yeah,
and that's a good. But it's a great shot of showing how physical these karts are. You can see the drivers that the kart wants to go towards the wall. The drivers where they've got to be full on the accelerator and then keep it off the wall.
Yes, that's the general gist of racing.
Hey, that's racing 101.
Yeah.
Keep it out the wall.
Yes. Oh dear. 7 minutes then left on the timer. Phillips leading the way, 4 laps in. He's got Leo Robinson though right on his tail, who wants to maybe take away that chance of a 6.
Oh yeah, Vinnie Phillips is saying, we've talked about drivers like Danny Curry's withdrawn from the event, but he doesn't want to injure himself, but also he doesn't want to risk an exclusion or anything like that. Same goes for Vinnie Phillips, but that lure of saying, and it would be a perfect season.
It would. Perfect season.
And I did ask earlier, anyone watching on the live stream, if they'd have thought that there's a change to lead. Leo Robinson goes back into first place. I can't remember in any of the British Championships, either the Formula Kart Stars, Super 1, all those, whatever iteration a national championship has had, I cannot remember ever in any class a driver winning every final. Can't remember it. I'm looking around and there's no one has said otherwise. No, so it would be a first. And it hasn't been as though there's been Vinny and a bunch of then, no-hopers. It's been a top grid of talent, and he has just managed to keep his nose in front at all times. However, Leo Robinson has got his nose in front at the moment. 6 minutes to go into the Mike Wilson complex we have, and these two Fusion drivers are putting some clean air between themselves, and there's that shot again. Look at that, there's again, over the grass block. So that curve, that sawtooth curve there. And again, these drivers aged between 11 and 14. These mini X30 drivers. Down underneath the Litchfield Bridge, out onto the banking. And Phillips back in front.
He is indeed, yeah, the 87 back in front over the bridge. And you can just see that little tap. You know when a driver's had a little tap up the backside, because you just see the visor strip go up. You just see it go pop up a little bit. There you go. Still again with the fastest lap of the race. 1 minute, 0.76 is the time now for Stilp. He's up 4 positions. So all of a sudden the Croc has now started to attack.
Yes, and on cue, Alan Dove from karting1.co.uk. Yes, Tom Joyner did win the British Championship final in 2011. That was in November. It was here. It was the first. I think it was the first event on this new track, and it was the only event. So
yes.
He won every final, but there was only one final.
Yeah, that's not the same.
It's
still the same.
Tom Joyner he's still the fastest postman in British karting history. Oh, on the banking side by side. And nope, Ella Stevens holds off Charlie Webb. Now again, Charlie Webb, a great performance throughout the weekend so far. Final time, and he finds himself down in 8th place, and no one's got the pace to get to the front. 1.8 seconds between the top two. It would be quite fitting if the last race of the season came down to a head-to-head between the two teammates. I'm looking there. Robinson has finished second in... He's second at the first final at Rowrah, second at the second final at Rowrah, second at Kimbolton, and second at Mansell Raceway, second in the final yesterday.
Yeah.
It's been a 1-2 finish in every single final, Phillips and Robinson, in that order. So, if it comes down to a head-to-head, mano a mano, I said we'll get the Just for Men delivery to the Fusion owner for Dan Hazelwood afterwards. But I mean, if they went hammer and tongs for it, one-on-one, that would be a fitting end to the championship.
It definitely would be indeed. 3.5 minutes left on the timer, and that is getting ever more reality as we near the end of this Mini X30 race. Race 34 of the weekend, but it's the second final for the X30s this weekend. They obviously had their previous round yesterday, and it was a double header for the X30s as they exit through the Fullerton S's onto backstroke. We're watching the GP plate of Ethan Simmons in 4th place, currently under pressure from Jack Hobson. Has gone down the order slightly in this race, but still piling on the pressure. Again, that low shot, the kart's going through. All it takes is one to just go slightly wide, and then you just see that steering correction, and then that cameraman we'll need a new cameraman. If you are a budding cameraman and want a job with Alpha Live,
yeah, please contact James Fitzgerald and Luke Austin at Alpha Live.
Oh dear.
Well, as we all know, cameras are indispensable. Cameramen aren't. Here we go. 2 minutes to go. Phillips leads by 1300ths of a second. No change in anything. Oh, no, Robinson now leads. So, Robinson leads, and now Robinson defends. It's game on early. Oh, that's good. They were snaking up and down the straight.
Oh, dear.
Remember that classic line? You don't remember that classic line from Wayne's World because you're too young to remember, where they're in the street and they go, game on. It's game on at the front between Robinson and Phillips now.
It is indeed.
Out of the thing. Oh, where's Jason in the orange? There he is. Oh, he's actually the other side of the barrier as well. Someone, don't tell HR. Don't tell HR.
No, it's fine. They can't see him. He's tucked away.
Yes. Here we go. Onto the banking. And again, that's a great shot there. That camera, you're looking past the marshal. You see the gradient of the banking.
Yeah. You do, and it is steep. When we went for a walk out there the other day, we were getting some nice shots.
Yep.
But yeah, it was. I almost fell over. It was very steep. I wasn't expecting it, and I just realised how unfit I was.
Yeah, and there's Robinson again. There is Robinson again at the first hairpin, and now will Phillips get the undercut? No, they're bringing the. Oh, Simmons! Look at Simmons.
You can
Head
see
down.
him.
Yes. We're catching. They're battling. A minute to go, and Simmons is bringing the rest of the class with him.
Oh dear me! This is going to end in absolute carnage. Less than a minute left on the timer. Phillips wants to get that 6 wins.
Yep.
He wants to get it.
Absolutely.
There is no other way of getting around that. And you can see now they are now in the pack. It's not 2 packs anymore. It's 1 pack for the lead. 30 seconds left on the timer, and there it is. There's the lunch. Phillips under pressure now. Simmons and Clark as well, who are right there as they go in. They still hold the lead. Now Clark down the inside of Simmons, side by side over the bridge. Simmons comes out on top as they exit.
Yep, and down, so you've got Hobson and Ella Stevens and Charlie Webb in this lead group. Round the outside!
Is he going to make it work?
He's going to run on track.
He's on the grass. On the grass. Phillips has lost a position. He's now down into 3rd, 4th as well. 5th now for Phillips.
Has the dream gone?
The dream of 6 wins is slowly disappearing as the timer clicks now onto 0. Last lap boards out this time. The new position for Phillips is now 5th place. Robinson leads.
Well, Leo Robinson had the inside line. Phillips wasn't ahead, so Robinson gave Phillips 2 options, the grass or his brake pedal, and Phillips chose to keep it pinned on the grass, and it cost him a couple of places. We start the final lap of the season. Robinson, Simmons, Clark, Hobson, Phillips in 5th.
Here we go then, up the hill in towards the banking. No moves this time as they come around onto the bridge. You can see there Simmons in 2nd place as they go through the bridge onto the banking and down the hill now. Big look over the shoulder then for Robinson as they come down the hill. Simmons, no lunge here, but down the inside looks Clark. Can't quite do it this time, stays behind. Still very close though within these top group.
Well, and there's a move. Simmons on the inside. Robinson on the outside, it's 3 wide. Here comes Cathal Clark. Can Cathal?
Oh no!
Robinson defends, and Clark and Hobson on the grass. Phillips somehow snakes his way through. Vinnie Phillips is in 3rd place. Well, if Vinnie Phillips wins this, I'm gonna eat my wallet.
Oh, it's amazing stuff from these guys. They come into the final couple of corners now. Leo Robinson is going into the final couple of corners now. He's not won a final this season. He's about to now in the final round of the British Kart Championships for Mini X30. Leo Robinson wins from Ethan Simmons and Vinnie Phillips. He doesn't get the 6 out of 6. He crosses the line in 3rd. What a final.
Wow. Well, there's no perfect season, but what a finish to the championship. Leo Robinson, the bridesmaid all the way through the season, and finally Vinnie Phillips and Ethan Simmons trying to shake hands there, and they all said, oh no, we're going to crash there. No, they did great sportsmanship. Vinnie Phillips, what a worthy champion. Leo Robinson, what a worthy race winner. And I mean, there was no quarter asked there and none given.